What is going on, everyone? It is Crow from Children of Alara. Today, I'm bringing you my iteration of Gishath, Sun's Avatar. The deck was recently featured on Commander Coliseum, where I went up against some truly amazing individuals, even some friends of the show. If you haven't already, go check it out. We had an absolute blast playing the game, and I'm sure you will enjoy the back and forth banter and politics. Now, keep in mind, all the cards I'll be featuring in today's deck tech are the versions of the cards that I personally own. So some of these variations may be cheaper depending on the printing. All cards mentioned can be purchased via our TCG affiliate link, so feel free to use it if you're purchasing sealed product or just buying singles. It helps us out so much. Anyways, Gishath. He's big. He's a dinosaur. He loves to smash face. For 5 green, red, and a white, you get a 7/6 dinosaur avatar that has trample, vigilance, and haste. With when he deals combat damage to a player, we get to reveal that many cards from the top of our deck, and every single dinosaur we reveal this way, we get to place them onto the battlefield. So what we aim to do is fill our decks with all the spiciest of dinos to ensure we are able to hit every time we hit our opponents. Let's talk ramp. Keep in mind, this deck is relatively budget friendly with a few exceptions that you can easily swap out, and it's constantly changing. We have Soul Ring, we have a Signet, Thought Vessel in case we find our hand overflowing. We also have the Great Henge to give us life gain and to make our dinos have a bit more bite to them. We also have Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, and the Lovable Steve for grabbing lands, Burbs to fix our mana, Urza's Incubator to have our dinos get discounted, as well as Knight of the Stampede, Kinjali's Collar, and Marauding Raptor, who also discounts our creatures by 1 or 2, colorless, more on the Raptor later. Then we have Wayward Swordtooth, which allows us to play extra lands on our turn early on in the game. Finally, in the ramp section, we have New Horizons and Utopia Sprawl to give our lands the ability to tap for more than one. And if we really want to be degenerate, there's Mirari's Wake and Zendikar Resurgent to make all our lands tap for double. Next, let's talk about our mana base. We've got Wooded Foothills with a bunch of other Gruul lands, since a lot of our powerhouse creatures are green. These lands are Grove of the Burn Willows, Rootbound Crag, Cinderglade, Rugged Highlands, and Gruul Turf to round out the RG lands. For our Boros lands, we have Inspiring Vantage, Rugged Prairie, and Stone Quarry. Last but certainly not least, we have Wooded Bastion, Tranquil Expanse, Sun Petal Grove, and Selesnya Sanctuary. For lands that tap for any color, we have Command Tower and Jungle Shrine. Then we have 2 lands that synergize with our creature types, being Unclaimed Territory and Cavern of Souls. Finally, we have 5 plains, 5 mountains, and 4 forests with an Evolving Wilds to grab any one of them. Next, let's talk about dinos. These dinos are going to be the heavy hitters of our deck and the main ones that people want to watch out for. We have the Sun's Avatar Trio, Burning to ping, Verdant to gain us a ton of life with Gishath, and Waking to act as a one-sided wrath late game. Polyraptor for some true token shenanigans, Trapjaw Tyrant to really oppress our opponents, the Primal Trio to bring out the big guns, Galta smashes face, that's it. Zatalpa allows us to block pesky flyers and has a real word soup of abilities, and Atali allows us to play with our things for free from the top of our deck, as well as our opponent's stuff. Value. We also have the 4th Primal in Zakama. Zakama could be an alternative commander, and I have had people ask me why I just don't slot her in instead, and the answer is simple. I like to smash face. And with Gishath, I'm able to do it as soon as he's out. Finally, we have the newest entry into Jurassic Park in the form of Thrasta, with this dino doing most of the heavy lifting with Planeswalker removal. If we're able to cast a bunch of small spells, we may even potentially be able to get this Tempest really roaring super early. And finally, let's talk finishers. The deck wants to primarily have Dino will swing, but we want that damage to really spill over. So one way to make that a lot easier is to use Coat of Arms. This allows our dinos to look at each other dino and get a +1/+1 for each one on the battlefield. Those numbers add up quick, especially with Gishath's ability. If Gishath is being suppressed, whether it be from tap down or just straight up removal, we can go infinite with Polyraptor and Marauding Raptor, and the use of War Storm Surge or Impact Tremors to just set the world ablaze. I want to thank the almighty Brushwag to help me feature this deck in an online space and reminding me why I love Magic so much. So many amazing ways to build a deck and get to victory from point A to point B. I remember stepping into my LGS and seeing Gishath behind the glass and just saying to myself, I want to build that, and then doing it. The deck needs a bit more love, and to be honest, I'm legit just going to do that right now. But I think it's still important to show all of you how even a deck without a hyper-focused mana base, not all the bells and whistles can work, and work well. If you made it this far, this next part's for you. Hey, how are you? I'm really happy that you watched all the way through. What do you think? Where could I improve? What should I take out? This deck is officially back in developmental stages, so all the help I can get it to that next stage would be greatly appreciated. As always, all of our decks can be found in the ether down below, and I cannot wait to hear what kind of crazy things you all come up with. Who knows? Maybe if it's good enough, I'll feature it in one of our videos. If you're new and you're still here, consider subscribing. It would help the channel out so much and allows us to grow. Also, if we hit 500 subscribers, we'll be giving away a fetch land, so just saying. It's fast, it's easy, and most important, it's free. Stay classy, Planeswalkers in the multiverse. I've been Crow, you've been you. We will see you on your next upkeep. Peace.